Enough. I know I deserve it. Anyway, welcome. Nice of you to let us drop into your homes, where once again we hope to baffle and bewilder you. And our audience tonight, I've just been popped out on the stage before the show started and say, where you're from? We got people from all over. Niagara Falls, Barbados. Come over here on the holiday. Funny idea, that, isn't it? From Barbados. But what it is we've been wandering around, and the BBC researchers have discovered a man who still carries around a handkerchief, and it's in his pocket. So, there's not many of them left with all the paper tissue bit. So we're going to use you, sir. You're the one we discovered with the hanky in the pocket. So stood here. What's your name? Tony. Tony
Searle.
Tony Searle. And where are you from?
I'm from Henley-on-Thames.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
On the river.
On the river, of course, yes. Rising damp and stuff, yes.
That's right. Yes.
And paying extra to live there.
That's right.
Amongst us, yes. You have a yacht?
I don't. I'm sadly, I'd love to have a yacht.
Oh.
I don't have one. I can't afford it.
What do you do for a living, then?
I make films, would you believe?
You make films?
I do indeed, yes.
What kind of... Are they the sort we can talk about?
They're the clean kind.
Clean kind? Oh, there's no money in that. No money in that.
There isn't enough, that's why I don't have a yacht.
Would we have seen one of your famous films, then?
Yes. I made a film with Prince Philip about carriage driving, which was on television recently.
Oh, yes, I saw that. I was the one. I was the one. I was the statistic. I was the statistic, yes. Look at her laughing over there. Now, this is important. Now, we've got the handkerchief. Well, you're too late. We've lost it. Now, look, this is a handkerchief, and I'm just checking it. It is in good sound condition and remarkably clean for the age. Now, what I want you to do is just hold that like that whilst I show you something else. Now, down in my little box of goodies here, I've got this. Now, that doesn't look like much to you, does it? But it is, in fact, a frame. Oh, it's wood, look. Oh, that's going to be handy, because we're going to stick pins in it. You see, this... Oh, yes. And you won't believe what we're going to stick the pins through.
My only?
Yes, but only little pinholes. Little tiny pinholes. Now, you can see this, you see, like that, you see, frame, you see. And are you going to be making any more films?
I thought I would be, yes.
Anything with a romantic lead required?
Well, I had thought, in fact, but I didn't realise you were so tall.
You didn't realise I was so tall? I see, well, if it's that kind of film, you could always walk me up a ramp to kiss you. I don't know, you know? Anything to get in a film. Now, Mrs. Woman, would you do me the favour of coming here? Yes, because it always balances things off, you see, as a gentleman. And what's your name? Diane. Fine. This is a wooden frame. Would you like to just feel it? It doesn't fold or pull apart or anything, does it? No. No, of course not. No. Otherwise, I wouldn't let you look. It's silly, isn't it? Oh, you're probably wondering what that's for. Now, what we do is we take this gentleman's handkerchief, all right, and we put it on there. You ever had a fancy to be in films?
No.
No? No? Oh. What do you do then?
I'm a leisurely housewife.
A leisurely housewife. Aren't they all, dear? Aren't they all? That'll start the letters coming in, I'll tell you. Now, this is... By then, I will have left. Now, what we do is we just put this in here like this, and we just... What I'm doing is I'm trying to pin it into the corner of the frame, you see. You can see that, because you know, I don't like him. What's the matter? He's looking awfully interested, but, I mean, if he gets too close, he might break into a panic and want to sneeze, and then he... Well, handkerchief back. This is very hard, you know, putting this in here. And what I'm doing is pinning it so that it cannot escape. You would agree? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Of course. Can't go anywhere? No. It is going somewhere, though. We are going to put it in here. Now, this is a paper bag. Have a look. Anything else in there?
No.
No cunningly concealed mechanisms, all right? In fact, so cunningly designed is this bag, I cannot get that in there. Now, what I want you to do, sir, is just feel the frame. Feel the frame all the way around. That's it. All. Yes? It feels?
Solid.
That is because it is solid, sir. And if we take it out, look, can I just take it out? You can see how solid it is. And would you like to check the pins yourself? I mean, look, you can pull them. Oh, you can't, sorry. We'll just use this. We just pull that out like that. Now, look, do yourself a favour, sir. There's the handkerchief. We're pinning it in like that. Quite happy, yes?
Correct.
You've tested that one?
I test that. I can't get it out.
No.
Very, very strong.
They're very strong. Fine. Thank you. Madam, I want you to hold that side of the bag. Just hold it.
Just the bag.
Yes, hold it firm. Fine. Hold this side of the bag, sir. Hold it firm. Now, try to push. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Try to push the sides. Nothing. Keep hold over there. Now then, this is a blunt instrument. Therefore, it cannot go through the paper like that can. Right? Now, but you see, I stopped. No. I did not go right through and through the hanky. If I'd gone through the hanky, that would have made a hole like that, you see. See, that would have been wrong, you see. That would have been terrible. You see, what I did was I wanted to use the blunt instrument like this, you see. Now, the blunt instrument cannot go through... Can you just turn it that way a little, because then people can see... Oh, yes, people can see. There's,
That was a present, that handkerchief, last Christmas, you know.
Oh, what a shame. Well, look, perhaps it would help. The candle should be lit. Excuse me a moment. Perhaps it would help if we did this. We just, no, that's the idea. We just use that, you see. It's supposed to light. It isn't. There it is. There we are. Now then. Now, we just get rid of that. Now, let's be serious, sir. We can cure this. It's very simple. We'll stick it together with a bit of grease. All right? See, like that. All right? Now, let's have a look. No, it's still in pieces. You can see the edge there. Hold it over the bowl. Sorry about this. Sorry about this. Slight delay. We just hold it over the bowl and we'll just pour the water. Angle it slightly forward so the camera can see what's going off there. And we just pour it through like that, you see. Yes. Sorry, don't worry. Yes, it's just you're excited. And we just, and in fact, if I can just get that out of there, that's it. Just shake it out, you will find that the handkerchief is fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all, is there? We're happy with that. That's a very good handkerchief. If you can pull that out of there, pull that out of there, and that out of there, like that, and that out of there, like that, and that out of there, like that. There you go. What was required, sir, was the water. The water has cured the fault in the handkerchief completely. We'd like to thank you very much for your help, and you go back to your seat, and you go back to your seat. And nice round of applause to two very good volunteers. Marvellous. Excellent. Well now, my producer went to a circus in New York. Therefore, it was called the Big Apple Circus. He saw this next artist perform, and it's a beautiful act. It's completely different to anything else we've ever had on, or even anybody's ever had on. Would you please welcome Michael Motion. hurry, hurry, the miracle of the decade, the 20th century. I've got to tell you about this. We are about to bring to you a menagerie of magnificent mites, little tiny things performing their little hearts out for you folks, right here on this table. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present the Mattis Flea Circus. Absolutely amazing. Welcome to the show. This man speaks no English whatsoever. Comes from Germany. Please sit. Thank you. And now show us the fleas. Now, these are human fleas, and we want you to look very closely. Paul's peerless performing fleas for you patient people. Mademoiselle Mervyn. Mademoiselle Mervyn? No. It's Monsieur Mervyn. No, it is Sophie. Little Sophie. There she is. Yes, I suppose it doesn't make much difference unless you're another flea. Anyway, this is Mademoiselle Sophie. She's magnificent form and classic beauty, reminiscent of the early Greek athletes. Now, she's performing a Herculean task. What she's doing is she's pulling the flea. The flea is pulling the roundabout, and I'm not sure which is pulling which, but we have examined this, and there's no motor in there. That little flea is pulling a thing 35 grams. It can pull it forward, it can pull it backwards. Compare that to a human, it would equal a steam engine pulling. It really would, a steam engine. And it takes 3 months to train one flea, yes? 3 months for one flea to train. And they have a working life of 5 months. How about a round of applause for Mademoiselle Sophie? They like applause. They love it. They live on it. Really good. This is a foot juggler, ladies and gentlemen, called Fridolin. The little disc which she is balancing there is 50 times heavier than herself. Round and round it goes. It's a feat which has caused the faint of heart to gasp and strong men to leave this theatre. Fleas can jump also, 10 to 15 centimetres in height, but they can travel forwards about a metre when they jump. So stand back, audience. Also, that's comparative to somebody jumping from here to Germany, a human being. 3 jumps would equal a trip to South Africa. You made 4 jumps, you've missed South Africa. Now, anyway, land in the sea. Okay, pretty good. Now, the footballer. This is amazing. Theodore, a footballer who scores the goals. Now, what he does is he picks up the ball, boink, and he kicks it in. You see? There we go. And it's another goal. There you go, goal. I know a few football teams who could do with him. Yes, let's see that again. This is my favorite, I think. There we go. Goal, goal, goal. I've got to tell you, we have checked it. These really are human fleas. It's not a joke. I saw one of these when I was a little boy. And now we're going to see something to show you the strength of the flea. It's a kind of little tiny race. Could we have the chariots?
Sure.
Yeah? Now, the chariots actually are little tiny gun carriages and things, all made by hand, of course, they have to be. And if you look very carefully at this, you will see the little flea right on the end, pulling the chariot along. There he goes, you see. That's like a little rickshaw thing, trishaw. And he's, no, rickshaw, that's right. And he's pulling that along. This one's pulling along the gun carriage, and he just doesn't know which way he's supposed to go. There he goes, right. Oh, it's a race. Crikey Mickey, look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, place your bets down here now for the famous 4, the flying fleas, as they go tearing away down the racetrack there. This one is definitely the winner. Look at the size of the carriage, ladies and gentlemen, compared with the human little pinky finger. You can see how small they are, but the fleas are capable of pulling along this enormous weight. And, of course, they weigh up to, 3 to 5 grams. And now we're about to go to the come dancing. And come dancing, the flea waltz. Now, these have got little silver paper skirts, and you can see them twirling away there. They love the music. I say, I know what you're thinking, but there's not fleas under there. Can you turn them over? Show one flea. Where is he? There he is, right on the end. Oh, there she is. I forgot to tell you that it's only the lady fleas that do the work. Ah, if it only was like that amongst us humans, we'd all be a lot happier. You have been watching, ladies and gentlemen, the Mattis Flea Circus. Amazing, yes, very good. Again, we're under laboratory conditions, overviewed by our overhead camera that gives you at home the chance to look at the trick in a most unusual way. Now, I don't know whether it's a trick or whether it's a psychic happening, or whether it's a telekinetic experience. They come under various names, these things. But what I do know is we have an independent person from our audience, and her name is?
Marilyn Morris.
And you are from?
South Africa.
South Africa, which is a long way to come to see this happen, but it's worth it, I think, because there are 8 cards here. You've been checking them, and there are 4 black and 4 red cards, and we're going to close them up like this and show you, because you've had a lot of time to look at those, that they are matched under here. Now, this is a peculiar thing. You wouldn't see playing cards in that situation normally. They've been sealed inside Perspex, and to further seal them, we have wrapped around these rubber bands. Yes? Now, I'm going to put that on this clear Perspex block and cover it with the handkerchief once again like this. Now, if we just cover it all the way over like that, you might care to just tidy it up a little yourself. That's it. Just get it nice and tidy. Nothing can get at that. All right? Now, because you have had a long time, much longer than the people at home, to look at these cards on there, I'm going to just mix them up like this, a few at a time, so that you would have now no idea which card was which. Yeah? Yes. And I'm going to just ask you to touch the back of one card as they're going past. That one, or that one, or that one. Do you want to change your mind?
No.
That was the one you touched. Do you want me to go further?
No, I'll have
that one. All right, let's have a look and see what it is. That's the King of Diamonds. All right? Now, the other cards, now we only have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. And I want you now to take the King of Diamonds yourself, hold it over the top of here, just hold it over the thing, I'll hold it, and turn that card over. Now, hold it face up, because the cards will face up, remember. Right. And I want you to just turn it face down as I just pull this off. Just turn it face down and concentrate, turn it face down, and what have you got? You have got now 7 cards that are still face up, but you've got 1 card face down. Bring your card here and just tell me. It's the King of Diamonds? Yes? A most unusual happening, and that happens under laboratory conditions. Well, I'm very honoured to have my next guest on the show because he has an enormous reputation amongst we magicians. He comes from Norway and has been working for the last 5 years or so in Paris. He is Finn John. Ladies, gentlemen, for my next number, I need a tie, a necktie, any necktie. I see many. Can I have yours? Yes. It's a beautiful. It's English? English. Good. Ah, sorry about that. I think I can use that. Made in Hong Kong, all right?
Years ago, I had to count the laps up at Oxford of the first 4-minute mile and make the announcement of the result. Well, tonight we've got another kind of 4-minute test, and this time I think the viewers can take part and they can do some counting, because Paul's going to attempt to do the greatest number of different magic tricks in the magic space of 4 minutes. And I'm going to give him the starting orders in the same way as Sir Roger Bannister had all those years ago. Get to your marks. Get set.
The red handkerchief becomes a flower. We do that, we produce that, we take that. What's that flower? Go. Now we do this, it becomes a lot of handkerchiefs. We take all those handkerchiefs and we gather them up and put them inside the bag. We take the bag from there and we shake it. It becomes a very large soaked handkerchief. We put it over there like that and we have got ourselves a little bowl. We put that bowl on there. Fire appears. Now we go over here and we do this. It goes through my neck. Inside this Chinese box there are, of course, Chinese rings. We take the box which is empty and close it and remove this, which is, of course, the... Oh, it's a wand. We can do a levitation with a wand. We take hold of this and these two Chinese rings, they rink together. Rink together? Yes, they do. Go like that. We've got ourselves a girl. We take the girl out of there and we've got a black dot. We do that and we have got this all covered in spots. That's very, very good. We take this and this is, of course, an empty box. We close the box like that and we just do this and lift and come on, fellas, out they go. And we take this. Here we've got a handkerchief and we do that and they change places. We get rid of that. Here we've got a cup and a ball. We put the ball in the pocket and it's back underneath the cup. And then we take this, which is a metal ring, and we do this. Hey ho, it becomes a triangle. We do this, this and this. We just take them off there. Two coins disappear into thin air. This disappears and comes back again. Then we take this pack of cards, which, as you can see, is in fact all completely printed and normal until we cut the cards, and then we have got ourselves a pack of cards with nothing on them. Right, let's go over here. What's this? Well, look at that. We've got one of those. Every magician has one of those, and one of these, a top hat, but it's flat, and it's full of those. That's in here. It's an empty box. We close the empty box like that, and we open it up. Hello, fella, where did you come from? Are you okay? We go in there like that. We close this box down like this, and in closing the lid, we snap the fingers. We take the fingers, we do this, and there goes 1, 2. Where did the rabbit go? Would you do me a favor? Look in there, remember a card, and pass it back to anybody behind you. 3 of you do that. Okay, over here we've got an empty doll's house. It's an empty house, but it's full of balloons. It's empty now. We close that. We've got ourselves a doll with a red a green pin. We just take that and it becomes blue and yellow. We take one of the balloons, put it go, and we've got ourselves a beautiful dove from somewhere, don't know where from. This is a magic wand. We put the magic wand in, it disappears completely. Where'd it go? It went over here. You weren't watching. A brick. Who wants a brick? A house. That's better. How's that for a welcome home? This is a little ball, and we put the little ball on top of there. The ball has gone. Don't know where it's gone. People say you can't tie a knot in the end of a rope without leaving go to the end, but of course you can. If you do that, you've got a knot in the end of the rope. Oh, the fruit's in the way. We put the fruit on there like that, and we cover it over with one of these. Oh, by the way, I'll take that, okay? And look, gone again. Now, let's have a cup of coffee. There's no coffee. We need the beans. We put the beans in there. Once you've got the beans in the coffee pot, you do this. We take this and put that on there and pour out the coffee. It must be chicory because there's the chicks. Hi, kid. Now, Guinness Book of Records. We take the Guinness Book of Records, we pour out the Guinness, of course. What else would you find in there? Well, you might find one of these because everybody's doing them. That's it. Righty. What's it? Well, that goes up there, that goes up there, that goes up there, that goes up, but they're not connected. I don't know how that works. We take this, and this is, of course, an umbrella, which you're going to roll up very tight and just put in there. Now look at that. She's got a load of ribbons. She puts the ribbons inside the bag. Snap it. Go. And you've got yourself the cover, and I've got the ribbons. You have that. You have that. All right. Now then, you finish up with 3 cards. You remember 3 cards. Okay, we just take this and we go like that. And what have we got? Well, we haven't got anything on there. Let's have a go with this back instead. All right, go. That's it. Okay, leave that one out, and we go like that, and we get one out of there. Now, we've got the 4 of spades, okay, the 4 of spades, the Queen of hearts, and the 9 of clubs somewhere. Okay, right, what are we doing next? Oh, sorry, thank you very much for telling me. So we go over there, and we just put that over there. That's empty, then we take hold of this. Well, what do you know? You got yourself a lot of ducks, okay? And we got all those ducks. Get them out there. Move. Okay, now we take this and we do this, and we've got ourselves one of these. Where is he? Hello, little porky pig. Are you okay there? Take that. Put that through there. Take that. Okay. Put that in there. That in there. Go with that. Okay. Go. Covered in confetti, Norris. Have I been fired from the magic circle, sir? You're sitting there boggled, Francis. Sir Francis, sorry.
And bewildered.
And bewildered. Well, that's the name of the game. Yeah. You two are watching it on television. You've got your own monitor there. Yeah. Did you keep a count at all?
We did.
I lost. How many did you finish up with?
47. That's
oh, well, that's even better than I went for, so that's good. Very pleased about that.
We've got cards sitting there in the box.
In the box, yes. I'll buy it.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much. And thank you for tuning in. My special thanks, of course, to these 2 gentlemen who came along and did the judging for us. And I would just hope that you enjoyed the show. It's quite mad, isn't it? And if you did enjoy the show, well, why don't you tune in next week when there will be more magic on the Paul Daniels Magic Show.